How's it going, guys? It's already 20 past 11. As you've seen, I already been on my morning run, and then I also had to cut my hair. I also actually had to go to the doctor's this morning because my hands were swollen. So they are actually still somewhat swollen, but they're not as bad as they were. Funny enough, I don't have an allergy, but I did cut my fingertips like 2 weeks ago, so it might be an infection. I don't know, but 2 weeks seems like a long time. Anyhow, I had to go see the doctors because I also felt pretty weak and very tired as well. My resting heart rate was up, which meant exercising was just not as good as it usually is, but I'm still at it, even though the doctor said that I have to do the bare minimum, which means if I want to go, I'm allowed to go for a walk, but I'm actually about to go on my second run. Hopefully my doctor doesn't see this. I'm sure she won't. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing too much. In the morning, I ran 8k, even though I was running at my usual zone 2 pace. My heart rate was in the zone 3. It was around 150, which is pretty high for me. On my second run, the plan is I'm just going to go for like 20 minutes. Nothing crazy, to be honest. That's where we're at. After the doctors, I had to go to the shop because I had to get some iceberg lettuce. It's been my jam for the past couple of weeks actually, but other than that, things have been kind of okay. Now I say this because there are challenges that we're still facing. It's not been easy, especially me feeling off a little bit and having to visit the doctors and then spending extra money on that. And don't get me wrong, my health is priority and I rarely go to the doctors because I don't need to. So that's definitely a good thing. In fact, this was the first time me visiting this doctor because the last time I've been to a doctor was many years ago, so I had to find someone that would take me on, and it was actually quite difficult to find a doctor because they're full of appointments, they have no space left, and it was quite challenging, but thankfully I managed. But putting the expenses to the side, I'm still happy that I managed to find someone. I'm going to go back in 2 days time because I actually have to get my bloods done. I'm curious to see how that's gonna look like because it's been years since I got my bloods done. Hopefully we're gonna see what caused this kind of reaction. Also, another thing that was kind of stressful about the past few days is the house situation. So obviously the last time I spoke to you guys was when there were still a lot of people living in this house. Now the previous tenants have moved out, which meant that we might be getting the contract, but there was a lot of different things that we were not really happy with, or the landlord wasn't happy with, so we're trying to come to mutual terms so we can actually just go ahead with this. But fingers crossed, hopefully my next video isn't going to be about us having to move out from here and then looking for a spot and becoming homeless. So the plan for today is, as I said, I'll be heading out for my second run. I'll be coming back. I'm gonna be making lunch. I've already done a little bit of editing. I've got that out of the way. I'm gonna be doing some more in the afternoon. And then one more thing that I wanted to show you is I actually wanted to show you this kind of space that I created for myself. So I got a couple of things that I'm pretty excited about. Here we go. As you can see, the first thing is we have got a little setup here. So I got myself a table. So I always wanted to have my own little space where I can just do some editing, do my videos without actually bothering anyone in the house, and just have my own space in general. Those mirrors are actually going to have to be taken off the walls, but that's another story. I got myself a mic that I'm still going to have to set up because I did not receive a cable with the mic. Because this is a recent thing, there are a couple of things that will go and will not stay. But currently this is what we're working with. Another good thing is the bike. It does make a little bit of noise when I'm cycling, but it allows me to be inside instead of going out because, as you know guys, the weather in this country is pretty miserable most of the time, but it makes life so much easier that I can use the bike inside. And also the funny thing is, you saw the table, so I have ordered one table and I ended up getting two. So right now I actually have two gaming tables, exactly the same. So the other one is exactly the same as this. I can hardly do anything with it because it's not that I don't have space now, but it's like I don't really need it. But yeah, I don't want to be talking too much. I already had breakfast after coming home from the doctors and the shop. I just had a bit of granola with some cottage cheese, blueberries, dark chocolate, and strawberries, and I just had a banana as well. So let's go and let's do some more running. This is another thing, shoes. I'm in need of another running shoe because these Cliftons have plenty of kilometers in them already. I'm not saying that they're gone completely, but I can feel that it's not as soft as it should be. There's always something that you have to spend money on. Let's get this 20 minutes over with. Here we go. It's actually not too bad. It's a bit windy, but could be a lot worse. So about a year ago, I had a half marathon, and I can't believe that it's already been a year. Time just absolutely flies. And the funny thing is, I was so fit. I ran my best half marathon time. I miss the feeling of being that fit, you know? I feel like my genetics and my body is a lot better with cardio and endurance than with strength training and muscle building. So in a way, that's also a reason why I'm more drawn to doing a bit more cardio, because I feel like my body adapts pretty quickly and I'm just better at it in general. It's funny because when I do something for a long time, I just want to do something else. So for example, I've been doing the strength training for a while, focusing on that, but now I feel like I just want to do cardio most of the time and less of the gym. When I start to make progress, that's when I feel the need that I need to switch things up a little bit to keep things somewhat interesting. Just got home. I ended up doing a little bit more, so I ended up doing 25 minutes. Yeah, that was just a 5k, but I felt good and the weather is really nice, so I took advantage. So, just got done playing some Battlefield 6 with my cousin and his mate. I don't play that much, but every now and then I do game a little bit. When I know I have time for it, I'll do it, but I always have my non-negotiables first and then I'll do the gaming. So I already had lunch. I had some iceberg lettuce with some potatoes, tofu, bell peppers, cheese. I had one boiled egg. Yeah, it was not bad. And then I had a little bit of snack. I had the same thing as I had for breakfast. Then I was still not satisfied and satiated, so I had some mangoes and blueberries and some yogurt. Now the tummy is full. What I'm gonna do next is I'm probably going to hop on the bike, not for long, probably for 20 minutes. I'm still not feeling my best. I won't be pushing it, just an easy 20-minute ride. It's better than nothing, you know. I think later on we'll have guests over, so that's gonna be fun. But for now, it's time to hop on the bike. So I had a shower. I ended up doing 45 minutes instead of 20 minutes, but I felt good. So I always try to take advantage of whenever I'm feeling good, because I know there are those days when I really don't want to be doing anything, and even 10 minutes feels like an hour. What I'm gonna do next is I'm probably gonna eat something. Literally my whole day consists of training and eating and editing, and that's it. So our friends have already left. It was actually very nice to see them. In fact, they actually took us out for shopping, which was very handy because they had a car. That meant that we can buy a lot of stuff for this week, which is really, really nice. But today was just another day. I hope you enjoyed it regardless, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.